I always worried about how like when we play these games and like when I'm in it, I always like, oh, I don't want the arrow to show, and then when we're in it, I forget. Like at the beginning, I'm always like, I don't want to put the arrow to show. So like, if I have it, I always try to put it in the corner. But as I play, I forget where I leave it. I don't think about it. And I was like, man, you watch, you see the arrow, whatever. Oh god. So I was like, there has to be a way that people play PC games without ever showing the arrow. And then I was watching a bunch of Smosh games that I think that the two guys have played and stuff like that. And they did a Dream Daddy and a bunch of other stuff like that too. And there's like random times where that mouse is there too,
Just
the arrow and stuff like that. I was like, okay, it's just...
Yeah, Giant Bomb always has, like, they'll accidentally hit PC Play games on Steam. If they go up right here, it shows the Steam.
Yeah.
So they always like, oh. The road is long. Two strangers sit side by side as night falls over. The car speeds down the open highway. Without a soul around them, everything seems to slip away. On a journey to no one knows where. All they have is words and time. And that time is dwindling fast. Those two people...
Dwindling
fast.
Dwindling.
Those two people are myself and Audrey. Welcome everyone to another special date night. Because today, we're going to relive our first date in the shadows that run along our car.
Alongside our
car. I'm just skipping words. Yeah, kids are asleep in the back seat. You can't see their heads are down. And we're just going to be driving.
The tarp.
Yeah, they're going down the tarp.
I love this music.
Yeah, same here. It's very relaxing. It's not that lo-fi hip-hop we've always been listening to in most of our videos. But yeah, we are playing A Shadow That Runs Alongside Our Car.
Acoustic guitar. I love acoustic guitar.
By Lox Rain. He or she, I don't know, wrote and did the coding. And Laskia did the writing and a lot of editing and the sprite coding, and Auro-Cyanide did the art. So yeah, well, you can check them out.
I can't see any of these names right now, so I have no idea how you're pronouncing them.
Here.
No, I'm just wondering how far close. Where does it start?
Right there.
Lox Rain?
Yeah.
Lox Rain.
Then you go to the next one.
Lasica?
I bet you if I go settings right now.
Auro-Cyanide. Is that the one the last one you said?
Yes.
It's Auro-Cyanide. Content warnings, mentions of suicide, killing, and violence. Okay. Explicit language.
Always want to mention stuff like that. So if you are watching the video, don't know what we do, we play games and just maybe an hour. The kids are asleep, like I said earlier. But yeah, welcome to date night. Let's play the game. Are you ready, Audrey?
I am.
I don't know how emotional this game is, so be a little bit prepared. So I don't know. We don't play
as bad as when I was pregnant with our first child and you made me watch The Mist.
Oh yeah, you guys watched The Mist, not the TV show, and not the old Mist. It's the new one by Frank Darabont, or the one that everyone talks about.
And we did watch the black and white version.
Yeah, we did watch the black and white version. You never watched it. I watched it before.
And you're like, oh no, you didn't watch it, didn't we do it on Ben's recommendation?
Oh yes, recommendation, yes. So I kind of knew the
I had read the story and I'd never really read in most Stephen King novels at that point.
I kind of knew not the ending exactly, but
did you have any idea that he would have to?
No.
Do
so
that?
I listened to Slash Film before that. They did like a review of it, a spoiler-free review, and I stopped like that. But they were saying that the ending's so messed up and stuff like that. It's like, how bad is this ending? And then when you really think about the ending and how
you didn't consider the emotional state that I might be pregnant with our first child.
So I had the exact same thing
first child.
Where Ben told me to watch this movie called Dear Zachary, and I remember watching.
I still haven't watched it.
So Lennox was born, and we took shifts at this time, and then
I watched the whole was it the whole series of Bones?
Yeah, I watched all the series of Doctor Who up to Matt Smith, I think, and then we'll take shifts. Taking care of him when he was a baby, like a couple months old, and then I worked.
Were you still Were you working?
No, I was. This is when I'm off because off the month or whatever, and then long story short, I know it's not part of the game, but we're into it already. I watched that movie. I won't say what happens in the movie, but I remember just holding Lennox so tightly and just crying, like sobbing. And I just like held him like, this will never happen to you, like that, and stuff like that. Let's start this game. I don't even know how this game better not be something with a kid.
More depressing.
Let's
start it. Well, they look how we feel right now. So
whose eyes will you see the road through? Oh, we pick one. Oh, this is interesting. Who do you want to see?
The driver or the passenger?
Audrey Hepner, not Audrey. What's her name from Amelia looking person or Shaggy?
The driver or the passenger? Let's think of it in that sense. There's shadows running along our car. There's spiderwebs in our car for some reason. Or
no, I think
glass.
broken window. Yeah. Oops. Broken glass.
You want to be the driver or the passenger?
I'll be
You either want to have
passenger.
control or want to have the illusion that you have control because you're driving, or the realization that you absolutely have no control because you are not driving.
I'm mostly a driver, so I'm gonna be the passenger. Like when we drive, I'm mostly
That's
driving.
True. Okay. Me guys, and I would say gun it.
Oh, I'll do the voice of the guy then.
Okay.
I don't want to be the girl, but oh.
You want to be the girl?
No.
What?
Is this me or is this just a narrator?
I lay back against the passenger seat.
Oh, that makes sense. Right now, I really like the style of it.
The words are way too close together.
Yeah.
It's weird sitting on this side of the car. Oh, see, she's just driving. But my stomach's been feeling off for a while, and I just can't drive. And so I've handed my keys over to this stranger.
What?
What's the worst that could happen, right? I stare out the window, watching the unchanging scenery whiz by.
That's him?
No, there's an awkward silence, but I don't feel like feeling it. It's so stuffy in the car. I reach for the window control button and let the window roll open.
You're sure that's a good idea?
It's not like zombies are just going to hurl themselves at a moving car. Well, who knows? Maybe they would.
Fair enough.
The slight breeze feels good against my neck. But this guy looks like he wants to say something.
You think they're like in a date or something?
She said a stranger, but I don't know.
Or Uber. So, guess this is kind of strange to be asking after 3 whole days, but what's your name anyway?
Oh, remember how they said zombies and stuff? So maybe like they're like a post-apocalypse.
So there is
they're helping each other.
That's you.
Right. We never did introduce ourselves. What's your name?
Ooh, we can actually name you. Oh, we did Opal before. That's what we did.
I'm Violet.
This?
Okay. But can you not make it caps?
No, I don't think you can do that. See?
Yeah, you can.
Right there. This is uncapped.
Oh, okay. I swear Shelby, when they showed Shelby, it wasn't capped.
Yeah. Oh, right there. I guess
it's still the same.
Yeah. Oh, I really have to hit enter.
Enter. Violet.
Well, nice to officially meet you then, Violet. Names? Ooh.
Dustin. What's your name?
What's my name? No one always asks me my name. John.
John, spelled J-H-O.
J-H-O? No. Johnny.
Shawnee.
Violet, what would be a nice name of Violet?
You're Peter.
Nah, I don't want to do
You
that.
want me
Peter
Peter?
Parker? No.
Then you can be, wait, let me find somebody else in this book's name.
Are you
Oh,
flipping through a comic
I'm
book?
looking through this book.
It's a Hellraiser comic book.
Elliot?
Elliot, okay. Elliot. Elliot.
Okay. He's smiling. He looks dissatisfied. How is he expecting me to react? It's not like I really care, but somehow he doesn't look very much like an Elliot. I continue staring out the window. The sky is so red. Normally I'd think it was pretty, but now it's just depressing me. Bad things come out after dark. I remember that all too well. I'd rather not think about that, so I decided to break the silence after all. So what were you doing before everything happened?
Oh.
He looks surprised. I guess I haven't been talking much since we met. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
You know, this and that. I've never really settled into one thing in particular.
What does that mean?
I know, what does that mean?
That
How would you answer this?
I don't want to say whatever because I'm trying to start a conversation, but then I don't want to start a conversation. Let's do whatever.
Oh, sorry.
He doesn't sound like he really wants to talk about it. I wonder what his job really was. Maybe he was a trash collector. He does look kind of dirty. Well, I shouldn't be rude. I'm not much of a catch myself.
What about you? This ride is yours, right?
Yeah, well, it's really my dad's car, or was. Even when he was alive, though, I was the only one who ever drove it. After Dad got that third DUI, his license was revoked. He used that as an excuse to never leave the house. It was just as well anyway. Sometimes he'd leave the car somewhere and forget where.
Ah, guess he didn't. Sorry, never mind.
I'm feeling surprisingly calm about this. It's like I'm on the outside looking in. I wonder if I'm really that callous. Maybe the apocalypse is just giving me more perspective. It's okay. The booze would have killed him eventually, anyway.
Pretty quiet in here, huh?
Yeah, took a hint already. Surprisingly, not much noise at the end of the world. Still. Do you think there are any radio stations left?
I'll be pretty shocked if so. Reckon it couldn't hurt to look, though.
Did you hear the radio?
It's a radio.
I reached towards the console and turned the radio dial in one direction. There's nothing but static, sometimes metallic screeching. Great. Hang on a sec. Go back down. Or is that you or me? I can't tell. I think it's you. It's pointing that way. What did you hear exactly? There couldn't really be something there, could there? I slowly rotate the knob back the other way. Wait. There it is, I think.
No, it's a... Is that mariachi?
Mariachi. Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot believe. Out of all the music that could be playing, this is what we get. What am I thinking? Of course it is. Of course we're on a highway to hell in the dark and mariachi is the only music available to us. The combination of Spanish vocals and horns on the track are completely ridiculous right now. I'm actually dying. The dulcet tones of this fabulous man are actually killing me.
That was not what I was expecting. Who the hell out there running this?
Of all the music that would be left,
Man.
it takes me a minute to settle down, but then... Wait, isn't this the same song again?
Oh, it's a rotation.
It's probably an endless loop, because why wouldn't it be? Typical.
Sure, it seems that way. Guess it's just ghosts on the waves after all.
And the undead aren't exactly interested in dying. Or in DJing.
No
is what I meant.
DJ. What do you think a zombie even listens to?
Is death metal too obvious of an answer? Rob Zombie, or maybe they're all into baby metal these days.
Baby metal. You know what baby metal is? It's like a band. I think it's a Japanese band, but it's a metal band called baby metal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a K-pop thing, but
Yeah.
they're,
But they're like screaming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Grateful Dead seems more apt.
You know, I've always wondered this, but what are they grateful for exactly?
Maybe they finally found themselves some peace.
Peace, huh? I wish they let the rest of us have some.
Ain't so bad right now, anyway. Well, except for that.
He gestures towards the console. 101.7 is now the Infinite Loop Mariachi radio station.
So, what are you into anyway?
Music-wise, I really like Alanis Morissette. Top 40 hits, that sort of thing. Not like I had a lot of free time to explore musical tastes or anything. You? And don't tell me it's baby metal.
Will you judge me if I say actually I haven't heard of them?
No, that might be for the best. He doesn't have to know that I that I unironically like baby metal. What do you listen to then?
Most people look at me and expect me to be into Stones or Marley or something, but well, you'll probably actually judge me more for this. Try me.
That's me.
Oh.
I said try me.
ABBA.
Huh? Oh my god, I can't keep a straight face. I lose it. Everything is just too much. He looks kind of sullen. I'm sorry, Elliot, but not that sorry.
Told you.
No, it's fine. Their music's catchy. I managed to get these words out. All this laughing's making my stomach hurt more. Damn it. I mean, my parents listen to ABBA, but it's fine.
Your parents? Yeesh. How old are you anyway? You seem a bit young for Alanis. How old? Oh.
How old do you think I am?
I'm pretty sure there's no right answer to that question, except for that one.
That's me.
Oh,
Can you
sorry.
stop walking over my lines? I'm 22.
You walk on my lines. There you go.
What kind of reaction is that? No, whoa, you look so young, or anything like that. Wonder how old Elliot is anyway. The music's kind of similar to ABBA, isn't it? All peppy and stuff. You should be happy to have it.
That's sure an optimistic take on it. Alright, enough of you.
He purposely reaches over and shuts off the radio. He's got a surprisingly immature side to him, too.
Do you ever expect things to end up this way?
What? Where did that come from all of a sudden?
Pause or immediately change the subject.
Pause, I want to talk about it. Why do you have to ruin the mood like that? It's getting dark, huh? The sun sets so late in the summer.
I'm a bit surprised we still have any light at all at this hour. Especially without the street lights at and all. It's like the sky just been saying it up, staying up.
Saving it up.
Oh, saving it up. Oh, yeah. Looks a bit like a dying fire.
That sounds kind of morbid, but kind of fitting for the end of the world. It's silent again for a little while, but it doesn't last.
So, you never really told me what it is that you do. I mean, does it have to be a job or anything? But, well, what do you like to do? Or what did you, or before everything?
Like to do, huh? I turn my eyes to the window as I think of my life. Actually, I worked a lot. I didn't really have time for much other than that. I would wake up, shower, go to work, have a lunch break, back to work, get off work, eat dinner, and watch TV for a few minutes before passing out. And then the whole thing would start all over again in the morning. That was about it. And after leading such a boring life, I ended up here. I'm probably not even gonna go out with a bang. My death's going to be just as dull as my life.
I guess that'll be most people's story. It's tough out there. Was tough, probably tougher now. All kinds of pointless in the end, isn't it? You work your damn tail off, and everything goes to pot anyway. Pot? Never heard that. It goes to pot anyway.
Like goes to shit.
Yeah.
Goes to
And you just wonder why you didn't spend your time better, you know? That's deep. He's just trying to sound cool.
That's deep. Let's get the benefit out. That's actually exactly how I feel about it too. I'm surprised that I'm actually able to relate to him. Yeah. But I guess that doesn't matter either way. Zombies don't care whether you're a good or bad person. We're all going to die anyway. So what about you? I'm sure you didn't spend all your time listening to ABBA.
I used to travel a lot, looking for work and stuff. I suppose you could call me a bit of a nomad.
Did he backpack across Europe or something? What does nomad mean in this context? Well, whatever.
That sounds really cliche.
Not really, it sort of suits you.
Tell you the truth, I haven't really had much purpose in a while. I just been getting by. Sorry. Actually hit the right button. When you can't find something to do, you sort of lose yourself. It gets to a pretty dark place. Go to the point I used to wish I could just take a vacation from life. Guess I got my wish, didn't I?
I used to wish for that too. I wanted to be free. I didn't want to be responsible for Dad anymore. And now I'm not. But I can't say whether that's really a good thing or not. Wishes never do come true the way you expect them to, huh?
Yeah. Monkey paws.
Monkey's paw. My stomach starts to throb painfully. I look down and press my hand against it. It felt okay for a while there, but it's acting up again. God, why did all of this have to happen?
Still feeling nauseous?
Damn, I shouldn't be so obvious about it. I don't want to cause any trouble. This might be causing even more trouble though. Oh yeah, it's gotten a little better, but anyway, I move my hand away from my stomach. It's not like resting my hand there will make the pain go away. In a way, as long as I feel that pain, I know I'm still alive. That was morbid as hell. What's wrong with me? I'm just exhausted, which doesn't help things. You know how it is.
You think we should stop and rest?
I glance at the fuel gauge on the dashboard, nervous. We barely have 1/4 of the tank left, and as it is. Nah, like it or not, we'll be stopping soon anyway. Braking Braking would just waste gas.
Onward it is, then.
Trying to ignore my pain and keep my eyes on the endless road stretched out ahead of us. It really hurts now. I don't think I've ever been in this much pain in my life.
She got hurt?
Or maybe she's turning, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot concerning what I have to go through every month. Was that like a menstrual thing or something?
Yeah.
I deserve this, don't I? I shouldn't feel bad about it. I brought it on myself. Do you ever wonder, like, why us? How do we make it this far? And is it really such a good thing that we're still alive? From the moment I swung that baseball bat, I sealed my own fate. Just as I start to sink into really dark thoughts, I hear Elliot's voice.
Honestly, I try not to think so hard about stuff like that. If I stop to wonder what my own life was worth, it's a dangerous train of thought. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you that.
We're here, that's what matters. Despite it all, we're here, and we're safe. The how and why of it is just garnish on the salad.
You know, I didn't believe it at first. I mean that we were really facing the apocalypse or whatever. So the first couple of months I just kept working. Kept on like everything was fine. And then I couldn't ignore it anymore. And then Dad. How do I even begin to explain? Listen, you don't gotta answer me if you don't want to, but... Oh wait, it's you.
Oh.
I'm talking over your life now.
You're old man. You're old man. You're old man. You're old man. What happened?
My dad? I killed him. I smacked him in the head with a baseball bat and then ran like hell. Huh. So he needed more beer, right? Of course he did. He was a deadbeat alcoholic. But they wouldn't even let him in our nearby liquor store anymore. So he wandered off to another one. Just so happened that that part of town was infested. It took a while before I even noticed, since he wasn't really any different from usual. Does it count as murder if you kill a zombie? Does it count as murder if you never get arrested because your town's entire police force is now undead? That's pretty pathetic, huh? But so was my dad. And so am I. And in the end, I won't be doing much better. My stomach is burning with pain now and guilt. I stare out the window, seeing nothing but darkness. Who knows what could be lurking out there? Though that hasn't changed since way before, I guess.
Hey.
I feel a sudden warmth on the top of my hand, hesitant at first, but then steady. Elliot's hand envelops mine, and I feel comforted, safe.
We're still here. Just remember that. Until that changes, there's still time. Things might never get any better. It'll be stupid to assume that they would. But while we're still breathing, there's hope. Huh. That's pretty cheesy, isn't it? Huh. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. About your dad, I mean. Even if you didn't get on with him, I bet it must be hard, losing someone that close to you.
Wow, where do I even start? White lie, be honest. Let's be honest, it's the end of the world. For some reason, I feel like I can be honest with Elliot. Even though I barely know him, I trust him. Somehow. My mouth opens all on its own and words spill out. Honestly, I felt relieved when he died. And then I felt awful for feeling relieved. But I spent 7 years of my life taking care of him. At the end of it all, I just felt free. Not that I got to enjoy that feeling or freedom for long. It makes me feel like a monster to admit all this to someone else. It really does. But that's the truth.
Oop. I wouldn't worry too much. There's no wrong way to feel.
He's right. I know that I'm only human. I'm not a monster. Not yet, anyway.
I guess I'm almost privileged. No one I care about has been around in a long time. A while. Wonder if there's anyone else still out there. Wonder if they'll stuck out there like us, like this. I wonder if we'll ever know.
Elliot, I can't go on like this. Just keep it to myself. Just keeping it to myself. Hey, Elliot. There's something I need to tell you.
Shoot the bit.
I touched my stomach lightly with the palm of my hand. Well, I mean, wouldn't he see like blood pour, like peel
yeah.
and everything? I don't know. Or she's pregnant? I don't know.
Oh, with the dad or?
The searing pain reminds me that I am no longer entirely human.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, so she was a bit. I gave my humanity up when I killed my dad. I should have said something before. I wanted to, but I was scared. I'm still scared. I didn't even hesitate. I swung that baseball bat as hard as I could. And then he bit me in the stomach as a parting gift as he crumbled to the ground. Even in death, Dad still found some way to screw me over.
Hey, stop. It's okay.
I always blamed Dad for Mom leaving us. He was selfish. He was an asshole. He was this. He was that. But just look at me. I've put Elliot's life in danger. I've lied to him since the day we met. I'm my father's daughter. But
Just keep calm, alright? We don't even really know how this is all worked, so maybe there's a way.
I'm so sorry.
Does it hurt?
Not as much as I expected it to. I mostly just feel cold and hungry. I'm not even sure if that has anything to do with being bitten. If it wasn't for this, I look down at my stomach. I might think I just imagined it. I wish I was dreaming right now. I wish this wasn't reality. I wish I was dead.
Careful there. Remember that thing about wishes?
Monkey's paw, right? I guess sitting in a car beats having customers or my manager yell at me. Silver lining. That's you.
Psst. Retail?
Almost as bad as zombies.
Worse, probably. Anyways, you should sleep if you want to. We'll probably be on the road a while.
A while, huh? Well, a rest does sound nice. I always had to get up so early for work. I'm not used to being up this late. I'm starting to feel really sleepy. Yeah, you're right. Will you wake me up if anything happens? My mind flashes to the baseball bat still in my trunk. No, I won't think about that right now.
Of course. And hey, gotta be somewhere better down the road, right? Better than back there, at any rate.
Yeah, maybe there'll even be a station that plays both Alanis and ABBA. Maybe I've been running ever since Mom left. I never looked back, just keep going. It was all I could do to keep from falling apart. Ellie and I, we've both done enough. We've both gotten farther than I ever thought possible. I notice that the fuel gauge light is on, but I feel strangely at peace. I close my eyes, smiling as my consciousness already starts to drift. Wherever this road goes, whatever lies at the end of it, we lived. The proof of that will remain no matter what. So for now, let's just keep going forward.
So I wonder if how on the his side of it is. I mean, we won't play it, but is it like he was bitten and whatnot? I don't know.
Or it's like your reaction to knowing the stranger you're in the car
Oh,
with.
how would you do it? Yeah. Would you shoot them?
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice game.
Yeah, I was scared there was gonna be like scary stuff on the side that would happen.
Same here. I thought they'll she'll turn.
But it's kind of nice to think of it in this way. It's just kind of like the aftermath and kind of knowing that there is no way out. You're gonna die anyway. Like you're just gonna drive. The car's gonna stop. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna keep walking or whatever.
It's
It's
almost
dark.
like a metaphor of life.
Life or death.
You just keep working, but sometimes you need to stop.
Yeah, that shit hit a hard home.
Same here. I think we should just stop, and go to IKEA. No,
What?
but yeah, lovely game.
Yes.
Thank you for the people who made it. The shadows that run alongside our car. I'm assuming the shadow is your secret, right?
It could be, or the zombies.
That's the zombies, yeah. Like, what's worse, admitting the secret or the zombies out there?
Yeah.
Bye bye, Elliot.
They're there anyway.
I feel so in peace with the song. Let's just go. Okay, Violet.
All right, Elliot.
Thank you everyone for watching. For date night, go check out our other videos. And if you want to see more, even our podcast, go to thefreakinawesome.com. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.